Hello, this is a series of information strategic management, and then this is the second segment of management paradigm shift and MIT. MIT normally stands for Massachusetts Institute of Technology, but in this case, Management Innovation Techniques. So welcome to POSTECH Strategic Management of Information Technology Laboratory lecture series from POSTECH, Pohang, Korea. Today we're going to cover under the big title Management Innovation Techniques, or the paradigm shift. We'll cover 6 topics. Number 1 is the management environments and motivation of management paradigm shift, and evolution of management and paradigm shift, components of paradigm shift, and the management innovation technique. And first of all, the management environments, there are 7 components which has made increasing global competition, a shortened technology life cycle, and interdisciplinary industrial structure, information-driven society, increased customer demand, rapid economic growth, open domestic market, and new trade trend. The shortened technology life cycle, I think if you look back at all the technology in the past, I think the technology life cycle has been shortened and shortened, and development cycle and the life cycle both are shortened. So, for example, if you take a look at the airplane and the aircraft, people wanted to fly. It took many hundred years to invent the airplane, and also you look at the computer, maybe 100 years, or all kinds of inventions by Edison. It took like 2 dozens and 3 dozens of years. And recently, if you look at some kind of information technology, it takes like a few years. And then coming to the smartphone, sometimes the software, it takes only 2-3 weeks, and maybe 2-3 months. It's becoming shorter and shorter. Interdisciplinary industry structure, many industries is kind of combination of different engineering fields. So traditionally, automobile industry is a matter of mechanical engineering. Mechanical engineering is heavily involved in the automobile industry. But right now, automobile industry is coming from combination of some mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, even biological engineering, or human factors engineering. So increasingly, the industry is becoming interdisciplinary. Information-driven society, and obviously this society is full of information, and information is so important in forming industry. Increasing customer demand, the customer has more power than ever because they have more options and they have more choices. Rapid economic growth, economic growth, the speed is becoming, is increasing, and open domestic market, and market is more open, more globalized, and also new trade trend in the WTO, FTA, and a lot of trading is more globalized. So the conclusion is increasing global competition. The global competition is increasing. So because of this, we understand that skyrocketed the importance of strategic management. And if you classify these all kind of components, and we can classify into 4 groups. This is classified as globe-driven, and then this one is customer-driven, and this one is information-driven. These 2 belong to technology-driven. So we have globe-driven, and customer-driven, information-driven, and technology-driven. So main motivation leading to management paradigm shift This is a management paradigm shift and globe driven. So it's more like the management is more globalized, competition is more globalized, and customer driven, and as opposed to the manufacturer driven in like 50, 60 years ago. Right now is more customer driven. Customer has more power, and information driven, and I think information is increasingly important, and information is playing a very important role in management. And technology driven, and technology, the life cycle and development cycle is becoming shorter and shorter. So technology innovation is very important in management, in business. And evolution of management, we can look at evolution of management in very different perspective. Maybe you have an accounting viewpoint, or maybe financial viewpoint. Maybe you have a marketing viewpoint like that. This viewpoint, particularly, is coming from the production management and also information management viewpoint. Production management, information management has been related very closely to each other, particularly on the basis of industrial engineering. So this is an industrial engineering information strategy course. So we particularly introduce the evolution of management in terms of production and information. 1900, and Frederick Taylor, started scientific management. He created how to manage how to approach the management scientifically and fail. And French scientist is administrative management. And Ford, yes, who is the inventor of the Ford automobile company, it's a mass production. This is a very famous Ford mass production belt conveyor system. So he created the belt conveyor system is mass production. And Mayer as the human relations approach. So mostly how to manage the production scientifically. That's the major theme. And the 1946, this is another important year, and the computer ENIAC. ENIAC stands for Electronic Numerical Integrator and Automatic Computer. It was invented by University of Pennsylvania laboratory, and this is the early stage of ENIAC. Well, actually the size of the computer is probably 3-4 times larger than this room, but still the function probably is equivalent to your hand calculator right now. But this is amazing advancement of technology. People are able to compute many things in very fast speed. So the lot of efficiency, the concept came up, and automation and production and work. There are two automation concepts: the production automation and the work automation is process automation. And so still, I think the function oriented means that still computer was used to automate some functions. And then 1970, database concept came in and some more became popular. Database, you can access data directly, as opposed to the sequential access. In the sequential access, traditional file system, and you can access the data sequentially, which is very inconvenient. But database, you can access data directly. And there is TQM and total quality management, and the JIT, just in time. And Toyota, that's still one of the largest automobile companies in the world. And they introduced mid-70s JIT, just in time, and Kanban system, which is a kind of a big advancement of process. In a sense, it's process innovation. And the effectiveness. The effectiveness is the concept started as opposed to efficiency. Efficiency is you take care of only input and output. and ratio of input and output. Effectiveness is more like you take care of output, how to the use output for your strategic purpose, effective purpose. So that this is more purpose-oriented concept. And then 1981, PC came out, and in fact 1978 that Apple invented the Apple II, which is the first personal computer. But 1981, IBM introduced the personal computer, so that IBM, of course, in conjunction with the Microsoft, the Bill Gates, they developed the first PC using MS-DOS, and so this is a great advancement, particularly in management, because top management is able to use computer on the desk. Traditionally, computer also is separately maintained in separate room. Only staff people can use computer. Top management may not be able to use it. But after PC was invented, everybody personally can use computer. And so strategic management is more possible because you use computer to manage your system strategically, and then decision support. Computer can be used for decision support and executive information. So obviously the PC, because the executive can have a PC, they can access information. And then 1990, the ERP concept came in, the BPR, the Michael Hammer, former professor at MIT, he introduced the business process re-engineering concept, and I think he published his very earth-breaking paper in Harvard Business Review that do not automate but automate training. It's a very famous paper, but you not only you automate your process, you have to change the process, innovate the process. So that and process-oriented concept started, as opposed to the function-oriented, and then learning organization. Organization can be intelligent, and ERP is cross-functional or cross-layer. Cross-layer and cross-layer, it means that your bottom management and middle management and maybe top management is more like horizontal concept, and then the function-oriented. The business function is such as accounting, finance, and production and marketing. So ERP system is information system which covers the cross-functionally and then cross-layer. So that this is more integrated information system for the organization which has gone through the BPR process. And then year 2000, internet was really vitalized. The concept started like the 1980s, ARPANET, like that, but internet 1990s and 2000 is more convenient for the people to use exchange information and send the email, and then you can really get in touch with information easily through the internet and the real-time basis. And then the knowledge management started, and then customer has more power, and the CRM, customer relationship management, which is a customer-oriented concept, and SCM, which is supply chain management, and then EC, electronic commerce, and mobile commerce, and ubiquitous commerce. Those concepts started with the internet. So because of activation of the internet, these all kind of internet commerce system is vitalized. And then 2010, and then SNS, social network system, Facebook, and Twitter, LinkedIn, all kind of the social network system is vitalized. So not only you exchange your email, but also you can exchange your, all kind of photos and files and music. This is a great advancement in information exchange. And smartphone integrate telephone and the camera and the internet and everything. So it is easy to to see all the people in the subway, particularly in Korea, in Seoul. There are subway system, and in the subway, you see all kinds of people. In the train, they just look at all their smartphones. Traditionally, they read the newspaper, and then the newspaper is gone. There's no newspaper anymore, and they read their smartphone. And global network and the service management also becoming popular. So this is the evolution of management in terms of the production and information perspective. And paradigm shift. Well, let's review how paradigm has been shifted. And old paradigm, for example, product-driven and then customer-driven. In the product-driven is we care about product, and then now is more we care about customer. So customer is maybe more important than product itself. So we care customer. Of course, product is important, but customer has more power. And then function-oriented and process-oriented. And function, by function we mean that there is a kind of marketing function, and we mean business function. For example, market function, accounting function, finance function, etc. And process-oriented is more cross-functional. And process is defined as the series of function, which is a cross-functional concept. So process is, customer is more interested in process. The process is directly linked to customer satisfaction. So process is much more important than function itself. And then regionalization and globalization is old paradigm is, you're interested in your region, and the marketing scope is only confined within your country or within your region. But right now, because of the development of internet or information system, actually geographical distance doesn't matter. So that's why globalization is more important. And then globalization not only globalize, but also you can localize. So globalization is a combination of globalization and localization. And the efficiency and the effectiveness, as we saw in the paradigm shift, in the function-oriented or production-oriented concept, efficiency is more important. But right now it's more process-oriented, more customer-oriented, and the effectiveness gets in the potential. And all the product quality, and when you check the quality of your production, normally product quality is important. So if you produce car, people say, is that strong enough, or is that free from any maintenance works? It goes thousands of 100 miles without any trouble, like that? It's a product quality. But conformance quality is like a customer quality, customer demand quality, which means that if as long as customer wants, that is a quality. If say, extremely speaking, some customers say, okay, we don't care, it break down like within 3 years, that's fine. But as long as the design is very satisfactory, I like that car. So if customer wants design or appearance more than the function itself, and then it is quality. So quality is defined as a demand from customer. And the sequential engineering and concurrent engineering, sequential engineering more like you design a product, design and manufacturing and field kind of maintenance like that, so that it's more sequential. But concurrent engineering is when all kind of function must be collaborate with each other, coordinate with each other. So when you make a design of a certain product, you have to consult with some manufacturing people and marketing people too. So all kind of functions must be coordinated, which is similar to the process concept. And reactive and proactive. Reactive is you react to the customer demand. So when the customer demands something, you have to react. But proactive is more like you have to lead the customer. So not only you follow the customer, and you have to lead the customer. There is an interesting example in Sony. And the Sony was a giant, king of electronics many years. And the most companies were reactive in the electronics industry, but Sony was pretty proactive, and they developed, one-man, which was a very innovative idea, and using compact disc to listen to a song, and some other products. Sony, that's why Sony was able to maintain the king of electronics many years. However, Sony was not, they were pretty proactive, but it was not reactive enough. So reactive and proactive was maybe combine each other. Proactive is okay. This is more modern concept, but you cannot really look down on reactive concept too. So I think they should have paid attention more on the customer demands. And the quality-based and time-based. The quality-based, the old paradigm, but it's more like based on quality, and time-based is time-based. So, there's an interesting example in pizza delivery. And when I was studied at the University of Illinois 30 years ago, and the pizza, the announcement, advertisement that you order pizza by phone, and if it doesn't arrive within 30 minutes, it is going to be free. So we try to order the pizza from very remote site, from the pizza store, the restaurant, and so that we can enjoy the free pizza. But their delivery system was so systematic, so they can deliver pizza within 30 minutes, and there's a big battle between customer and the pizza delivery system. But right now is the customer is more sensitive to time, okay, because quality is important. So generally speaking, if you don't get confused, old paradigm, new paradigm, this is we are saying that new paradigm is important. We are saying it is more important, but we cannot look down on old paradigm also. Old paradigm also important. Product is efficiency, quality, and reactive also important, as you saw in Sony's case, and quality-based also important. But I think that this is a new concept and increasingly more important. Okay, and then internal benchmarking and functional benchmarking. Okay, so this is internal benchmarking is more like benchmarking in the intra-industry. For example, airline industry and the American airline, they may get the idea, benchmark other, like United Airlines, for example. So it kind of intra-industry benchmarking. That's a traditional concept, but I think the new concept is a functional benchmarking. Functional benchmarking is you don't care about industry, type of industry. You only take care of function. So, for example, the airline industry, the kindness, stewardess kindness, or the staff kindness is very important to the customer. They can learn and kind behavior of the staff from like a restaurant, okay, big restaurant or maybe some hotel, so that the airline industry, hotel, the restaurant, the industry types are different, but however you can learn the function. Okay? That's functional benchmarking. And automation, and as we saw in the paradigm shift, the automation is the old paradigm, but new paradigm is re-engineering. Re-engineering is more process-oriented concept. Economies of scale. I mean, this is traditional economic theory, and scale is important, but right now it's more like high-tech, so it's more selective high-tech. And mass production and mass customization. There's production, mass production, but right now more mass customization, which is to satisfy each customer specifically and more customer-oriented concept. So there are many MITs so we understand that the paradigm has been shifted from old paradigm to new paradigm. So we are looking for MITs like this, and definition is various techniques for management innovation to accommodate the paradigm shift and business environment changes. And so MIT is changing on way of business, for example, business process re-engineering, enterprise business planning. Right? This is a new innovation technique. And then downsizing and the resizing and right-sizing. Downsizing, actually the term came from the computer system, but downsizing is used size down for effectiveness. However, sometimes it is called resizing. The size is changed, and the right sizing is and optimal sizing. So you make the size optimal. And the restructuring, there are some restructuring concepts. Spin-off, and the certain company is spinned off from a mother company and becoming a new company. It's a spin-off. Spin-out is a new company is spinned out from the mother company. However, it has a certain relationship with the mother company. That's a spin-out company. So relationship is continuing through like a stock bond or whatever. And outsourcing. Outsourcing is you give some your function to outside. So there's an outside company that take care of your function, part of your function. That's outsourcing. And benchmarking, internal functional benchmarking, we already explained that. And concurrent engineering and sequential engineering, we explained this. And logistic innovation, Walmart 3 years ago was a big battle with Kmart, and Walmart won because their logistics was very efficient. So logistic innovation is a very important tool of MIT. And EIS, DSS, ESS. EIS stands for Executive Information System. It is a traditional information system. It's like a transaction processing system or information management system, mostly used by middle or low-level management. EIS is more executive information system, the information system being used by executives or top-level management. DSS, decision support system, the computer system information can be used for decision support. Not only information processing, but also for decision support. The executive support system, probably this is a combination of EIS and DSS. So the computer information system not only feed the information into the top executive, but also executive can use. Okay, so then time-based competition versus quality-based competition. I think we already covered in the previous slide. And the competition is more like time-based as opposed to the quality-based. So, of course, quality is important, but time is increasingly important. There are second second class of MIT, management innovation using mind-building organization, for example, strategic management and strategic information system. What is a strategic information system? And there are so many different information systems. There are many types of information system: transaction processing, information processing, decision support, executive information, and many others. And those information systems may be used for a strategic advantage. And the information system only used for increasing efficiency may not be called SIS, strategic information system. Strategic information system is the information system which is being used for strategic advantage, which makes the organization or company strategically better than or strategically superior to other organizations. So that is SIS. SIS is very closely related to strategic management, because strategic management needs many different tools, and the marketing tools, accounting tools, information tools, and then information tools which is being used for strategic management is called SIS. And then value engineering, and then you look at the process as the process of increasing value. So there is value engineering and corporate identity, and the corporation has identity, so they can really identify themselves in the market. And then vision making, and then you have a visions, and then targets, and more purpose driven and vision driven. And knowledge PM, this is last 10-15 years. This is a hot word in MIS. The knowledge management, and you use knowledge to manage your organization. And how is it different? How knowledge management is different from just regular information system or information management? Information management use information and data and some decision support needs, like all kinds of information data through the decision aids. But however, knowledge management is in a sense, is information system is a subset of KM. Knowledge management can use information system as a tool, but also as many other tools for the managing the organization is more intellectually, so intelligently. So that's a KM. So also there are other types, management innovation using technology innovation of IT. For example, supply chain management, SCM. Supply chain management, traditionally there's upstream and downstream. And but downstream is from the customer side, the upstream is, the downstream is more supply side and upstream is more customer side. But supply chain is what it covers and the whole system. Right now is from the supplier to your company and through the customer. And CRM also you take care of your customers. And people say, why CRM? Suddenly, I mean, because the customer has been always important in last 100 years or maybe 200 years. And why you think CRM is becoming important right now? Because, as I said, the customer is becoming more powerful. So traditionally, you take care of customer just to because the customer making your profit. But right now, the customer is your asset. I mean, you cannot. Customer must be your asset, because customer is moving around, has more options. So you cannot monopolize the customer forever, and the customer is maintaining customer is very important. So another notion is that getting new customer is maybe more expensive than maintaining your built-in customer. So that's why CRM concept is popping up. And electronic commerce, of course, that is the important tool for modern management. And mobile commerce, I already explained the ubiquitous computing. And then social network services. And so this is a smartphone evolution. Oh, okay. So that this is a management innovation using technology innovation of IT. So far I have explained the thing that how the management has been shifted and paradigm has been shifted, and how old paradigm and the new paradigm has been different, and then what kind of MIT management techniques can take care of new paradigms. Okay, thank you so much.